Hello students, a warm welcome to all of you to our another new exciting video of Tripura Weekly Current Affairs and GK. In this video, I am going to cover news from June 1st to June 7th. This is our Telegram channel. I have embedded the QR code here also. You can join there for various PDFs and quizzes. Meanwhile, you can do like, share and subscribe also if you really like our effort. Now without further ado, let's dive into the first news. The first news is related to World Environment Day. It is celebrated on 5th of June and this year's theme is Beat Plastic Pollution. Now on this occasion of the World Environment Day, our Honorable Governor of Tripura, Indra Sena Nallu Reddy, he has participated in a tree plantation drive and planted a sapling at the Raj Bhavan, as you can see in the picture. UK Chakma, he's the governor. He's the Raj Bhavan and Tourism Secretary. He was also present there while this event happened. And apart from him, other various dignitaries was also present in that tree sapling plantation program. Now again, marking World Environment Day, the Tripura State Pollution Control Board, they have organized a rally, an awareness rally in Agartala on Thursday, which aimed at promoting sustainable living and also environmental responsibility. Now this rally was flagged up by Forest Minister Animesh Debarma, so we need to remember his names. He urged his citizens to take conscious steps towards protecting the nature. And apart from these, in Tripura Raj Bhavan also went green on this very day by installing rooftop solar panels. So this is also a notable step toward promoting sustainable energy practices. That was actually a 40 kilowatt solar panel which has been installed on the Raj Bhavan of Agartala. So that was it regarding the World Environment Day events across Agartala, various important events. Now let's move on to the next news. Next news is regarding an infrastructure inauguration where CM Manik Shah, he has inaugurated a bunch of 15 projects during his visit at Kumarghat in Unakoti district. Now the occasion actually, the venue was Gitanjali Auditorium, as you can see in the picture. It is in Gitanjali Auditorium in Kumarghat, and there was virtual inauguration of those 15 projects, which include 10 immigration centers worth rupees 6.11 crore, 5 other projects whose cost was also 20.39 crore. Apart from these, a primary health center, a fire brigade office in Pecharthal, and also some renovation work of SDM office Agartala was included. Apart from these things, he has also planted a tamal tree, our CM sir, the scientific name of which is Cinnamomum tamala. This program was also attended by Industries Minister Shantana Chakma. Apart from her, Pabia Chhara MLA, then DM of Unukuti, etc. dignitaries were also present there. So these are the important points which we need to remember. Now let's move on to the next. Now let's quickly go through this news. This news is regarding an ecotourism park which is set to come up in Ludhwa Tea Estate, whose area is 22 acre and situated in Shabroom. For that ecotourism park, around 32 crore rupees has been estimated. And Sushanto Chaudhary, tourism minister, he has chaired a meeting also regarding the inauguration or the development of this world-class ecotourism park. Now, what are the facilities that are going to be present in that park? A scenic lake with boating, unique roof bridge, a children's play zone, nature trails for walking, local handicrafts, and other traditional cuisines for visitors. So these are the things that are going to be present in that park. The theme actually is taken from Darjeeling. Darjeeling tea gardens. It is inspired by. So that thing is also we need to remember. It is inspired by Darjeeling tea gardens. So let's move on to the next news. Next news is regarding a religious one, where we can see that various Buddhist monks, they had an unique march in Dharmanagar, and that march is named as Dharma Yatra. So that march actually started from Shabroom to Monu Badharghata, and it promoted world peace, and well-being across Tripura. So this thing is also we need to remember. There is not much in this news that we need to cover. So we need to remember the name here, the place where it concluded, so and the reason for this march. So let's move on to the next news. In the next news, there was a memorandum of understanding with the Patanjali Yogpit delegates and Tripura. So what they said, they actually said that they will focus on agriculture, religious tourism, information technology, skill development training, and other things. They have partnered with Tripura. The General Secretary of Patanjali Yogpit, I have mentioned his name, Acharya Ba. So in this news also, there's not much. We need to remember these points only. So let's move on to the next news. So next news is regarding a major push towards modernization and transparency in the power sector. What really happened is that our power minister Ratanlal Nath, as you can see in the picture, he has made the announcement while inaugurating a newly constructed 33 kilowatt uh, kilowatt power substation at Shekirkut, West Tripura district. Now this substation is going to power the residents of Shekirkut, Vikram Nagar, Chomoni Bazar, Kanchanmala, Gokul Nagar, Champamura, Fultuli, and also other parts of Pandapur area. Now, why this thing is important is because he actually announced that a drone surveillance is going to come up by the electric department for tackling hook line usage across the state and also to detect power theft. Now, drones will be deployed at various places of the state to curb these illegal power usage. This model is being inspired from the state of Orissa, where also this thing has been implemented. He also urged for Pradhan Mantri Muft Bijli Yojana to people to enroll in that scheme. Now, on a pilot basis, it is going to come up in Shekarkot, and after that, gradually it will come to all over the state. So, this is also an important news. Now, let's go to the next point. Next point is that Tripura Tribal Welfare Minister, whose name is Bikas Deburma, he has met Union Tribal Welfare Minister, whose name is Jual Oram, in New Delhi, and they have discussed about a slew of issues regarding tribal problems and all tribal affairs. Now, one major thing which they have discussed is that World Bank funded 1400 crore projects will be undertaken for the upliftment of indigenous communities. Now, a few points we need to remember is that Tripura Tribal Areas Autonomous District Council, which is called as TTAADC in short, it has jurisdiction over two third of Tripura, and the area over which the jurisdiction is present is around 10491 kilometer square. The jurisdiction is present and is home to about 12 lakh 16,000 people, and of which 90% are tribal community, belong to tribal community. So these are some important data we need to remember. So with this news, we have concluded this week's current affairs. These are few important current affairs and the important points we need to remember. Now let's move on to the Tripura GK section for this week. Now in this week I have covered the Tripura climate news. Tripura climate news. What are the static facts of Tripura climate? The Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, crosses over the state, and it mainly touches Udaipur and also partially Shonamura, Amarpur, Gandachara, etc. subdivisions. The climate of Tripura is under the influence of southwest monsoon, for which there is no extreme climate condition. Yet the climate of the state is tropical monsoon in nature, and generally warm and humid. The climate of Tripura can also be classified as tropical savanna. The temperature of Tripura is generally high, and the average maximum temperature is 35 degrees centigrade, which is in summer, and also the average minimum temperature is 15 degree, which is in winter. In comparison with plain lands, the hilly tracts enjoy lower temperature generally, and during summer and winter seasons. Mainly three distinct seasons can be recognized in Tripura, and those are summer, rainy, and winter seasons. Now let's talk about summer. Summer actually stretches from March to May. There is no cold weather in the month of March, but the temperature begins to rise from the months of April to May. In the month of April, there are occasional thunderstorms also, with a tremendous lightning and thundering. It is locally known as Kal Boishakhi, Jhor, and humidity is generally high throughout the year. During summer, the humidity varies between 50 to 75%, while it is 80% in the southwest monsoon. Drought normally occurs in the state due to delayed rainfall in this very season. So that was it for summer. Now let's talk about the rainy season. Rainy again stretches from June to September. The rainy season starts from the month of June and it continues till September. The longest season of the state is the monsoon or rainy season. It is the longest season, and Tripura actually receives a maximum rainfall in the month of June, and the warmest month of the year being the July. The average of annual rainfall of Tripura is 225 centimeter, and the average number of rainy days is about 92. Tripura has around 30% of its land under low-lying and plain areas. Cyclones and windstorms are common during southwest monsoon season. The rainfall generally increases from southwest to northeast. So that's about rainy season. Now let's talk about winter season. The winter season in Tripura starts generally from December and it stays up to February. So it is short-lived. The winters, January is the coldest month again in a calendar year for Tripura. The winter months are full of dense fog, mist, and cold wind. No snowfall here. The Rabi crops like wheat are sown in winter. So, Rabi crops like wheat sown in the winter season. Now, what about autumn? Besides these three seasons, autumn is also present there, and it stretches generally from October to November. It is not so dominant like the other ones, and there's not much to talk about the autumn season. Apart from that, is that Durga Puja, which is celebrated in this autumn season. So that is an overview for the climate of Tripura GK. So I've covered the GK portion here and also with the current affairs part. So that was it for today's for today. In next week again we'll meet with next week's current affairs and GK portion. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you really like our effort. You can comment below also for further improvements or anything. Thanks for watching. Peace out.